Guys, part 3. So I'm going to use a ZENITHAL shading, which is a highlight shading system that's used a lot in miniature wargaming and other things. And actually, I think they got it from like video game creation when they're doing like shading when they're building out video game animation. But basically, actually, I don't know the history of the word, so I'm not going to say I know anything. But basically, it's highlighting with your lights, deciding where your light source is, and kind of using the airbrush to mist your highlight downward. So I'm going to hit the Man Rodi all along the top. Not cell shading, but I'm going to give them a nice little bit. You see all the shadows back here? I'm going to hit all along here with light, all along here with light. This will actually be white. So I'll hit all those spots with the white. Right on top of my primer. All that'll be white up there. Probably the top of the knees, the front of this skirt, and this skirt will be, I think I'm going to hit the top of the gun too. This side of his hand, because it'll be out like this, so I want to make sure that's getting some light. And then, so since it's pre-shading, I'll do that. It'll be lighter spots, and then when I go to hit my cream color on the arms and the orange all in here, it'll have a nice level of highlight already built in. And I'm going to keep it subtle. My goal is to keep it subtle, so it's not going to be like, bam! You're not going to notice it right away. You have to really pay attention and know what you're looking at to see it. A lot of people, when they do their pre-shading, do it very dramatic, which is cool because people can easily identify that that's something you can't easily do without airbrushing, but it's a little extreme of a technique to me. So I like to keep it very subtle, and you have to kind of like, why does it look like that? You might never figure it out, but it's very subtle. You're going to think the light's hitting it that way, hopefully. Hopefully that's the way it'll work out. We'll see. So, if you don't know or just tuning in for the first time on this one, this is the Make Your Own DIY Pbandai. So we're turning the Man Rodi into the Land Rodi. So let's see how this works out. Super humid today, and white paint is flowing funky as usual. I mean, it's white paint, so usually does flow a little funky. So since I want this to be real subtle anyway, I'm gonna thin it pretty harshly. So what I'll probably only have to do is like one coat because I want it to be subtle. If I overdo it, then it'll start showing through the layers. So I think I'm going to try to mix this about 50-50. Where my stirring stick go? White's always a harder color to work with. Whites and oranges, so we got both of those on this one. So, but this is real. This is like 1% milk right now. Nice and thin. Hopefully it'll still have some opacity. But at the moment it's nice, light and thin. Coming out super fast. Turn that down a little bit. Alright, try this out, see what we get. So since I'm trying to just shade the top down, I'm only going to hit this on an angle from the top. mind if a lot of it's going right by it. I'm only trying to get a little bit of it across the top there. A couple little spits came off, but they shouldn't be a problem. So hopefully you can see that. Let's get the hand here so you can see that. And you should be able to see a much lighter streak across the top there. Sure the tip's clean here. Try to hit it one more time. See how it's shining across the top? That's because it's lighter. Not really that the sun or the light's hitting it that much harder, but that's the light that I put in there. So we got a nice streak across the top of there. I think we need it across the barrel tip too. Definitely need to get it there. So let me fly. There we go. So that's the first one, the gun. Woohoo! Alright. Top. Trying to keep as much away from the other part of it as possible. Right across the top here. And I'm actually going to avoid some of this here, so I'm going to shoot it on this angle, so I'm shooting right across. Boom. Hit that spot hard. Hit this tip out here hard. And now that'll stay shaded because it's sitting like that. So this will be all shaded here. And this will be light, that'll be light. And that's got a nice little fade on the side here. So it's coming out the way I like. I think I figured out the mix of the white today. Alright, so this is a tricky one because I'm thinking to do the sides too. I'm not sure. It's tough. I think I'm gonna leave the sides alone. I'm gonna keep on my shading in the front. So this big thing and that need the most shading. So hitting it from this angle. Right down there. And right there. Boom. Pretty sure you guys can see that. See where's the wet? 2 spots hit. Do not want to touch in there because that's the shadow. It has to stay dark. Alright, so I was thinking about hitting over here because, you know, if this leg's sitting out to the side, it would be catching a lot of sun on that. But it's tough because he also has his same thing on the back. I'm not sure. He has skirts that would be all overhanging. The front, I know the shadow, the highlight would be there. I'm not sure about the sides. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lightly hit it, just a little bit this way. I have no regrets. Just gotta hit both sides. I don't know the sides, the inside and the outside. So obviously the inside would be darker, so that kind of sucked. Shouldn't have done it. Regrets. Alright, I'm gonna hit this one more time to make sure it's nice and pronounced. See that? Pretty sure you guys can see that. So this is going pretty good. I was able to fix those parts. I didn't like how I did the seam sealing. Hit him with the putty while I was in between last time. I was talking to you guys, got some food, back at it. Yeah, the putty job wasn't perfect, but it'll do. Again, it's a one-day build. I ain't trying to do no competition here. Just showing you how you can do it, you know, knock stuff out demystify this stuff. It ain't that hard. Airbrush use and you know, doing customs, not that hard. And the beauty of this custom is you know what the end result should look like because Pbandai already did it and there's animation record of it. So alright, there's another one. That real nice high spot. You see that high bright spot? Shining on you. Now when this is all done, don't be mad that you can't see it right away, but if you saw it in person, you might not even detect it like straight out, but you're like, wow, it's cool how the light hits it. And that's the goal. So this one I had already done to test it out, test how the paint was running. So it's got a nice lighter color on the top. I'm gonna hit it one more time. You see how it's shining across the top? But that was had a little bit of gray in there because I just primed something. So also, I have not completely broken down my airbrush and cleaned it yet. So if you're like, oh my god, airbrushes are impossible to keep going, nah, I haven't done a full breakdown yet. If I hadn't was using my Badger Chrome, I'd probably try to hit the highlight right on the edge there, but it's a little bit hard with this airbrush. This is giving me a much wider spray. So I don't want to mess up and start spraying where it should be shadow. So I'm going to keep it up top. What's nice is that the airbrush will just blow right over. None of that other stuff will get hit really. I might hit this part right here because it sticks out a little bit. Give it a nice little bloop. Just a little bit. One time. That'll dry in real nice. So now is what we're looking at. You see that highlight down there and you see the highlight up here. All this will be in shadow. That is the front chest piece. That will be in orange. Alright, this is the bottom part. I wasn't really sure how I should do this one. And the pictures here, even though it's towards the bottom, they have a lot of highlight in the front. So I think I'm just going to give it a dab of highlight. I'm not going to go hard on it, just a little bit. That's it. I don't want to overdo that because I'm not sure if that would really be highlighted. Alright, so these are the other skirts will also be in orange. Okay, this is the last orange pieces I have to do. So I'm going to hit the flat upper parts, leaving the sides not shaded. As much as possible. I've been doing a lot of this kind of shading with I'm only doing a little bit on the miniature figures, but on a lot of the terrain I've been doing a lot of shading like this, and it comes out real nice, subtle. So we got a nice little hit of dot flew out there. I don't know what to do about that. See if we can sand that out later. Oh, another reason you should definitely think about switching to that Mr. Hobby's lacquer primer. That stuff sands nice. Tim Chala Mecha put me onto that stuff. Got that one right for sure. That stuff sands good. Water-based acrylic primers, they don't sand well. I think the best I've experienced so far is Badger's Minotaur line. That does okay. Alright, so now we're going to switch. Yeah, that's not matter. Alright, so now we're going to the parts that are going to be cream. So this is the back part here. This would be thrusters down, so I think I'm going to try to hit in here and along this ridge here. Because I'm thinking the light's coming from this angle down. We're really trying to focus on the front of him, his head, his chest. So we'll just get a little bit of the rim here. I'll probably actually stop about here because that's where his head would be catching some of the light. Actually, how far does his head sit for? Nope, that's a lie because this is like turtled in. So all this can catch light across the top. So catch the light all along here. I think a lot is going to be covered by the other piece too. I'm going to get a little bit in here because some light might be hitting back there. Maybe, yeah, it was running along the back side. Come from this angle. So you see that? A little bit out here. Just a little bit. Lining it up a little bit. Maybe a little bit on this back thruster here. Just a shot. There you go. Now it has all that dimension. Could hit in here if I wanted to. Let's do it. Just on the top side. Just a little bit. Alright, cool. Man, that's already looking beautiful. I should be able to catch that. See how it's like plain gray here and it keeps getting lighter as it goes up. Now guys, we're going to do some happy arms. Bob Ross style happy arms. Learned something interesting over the weekend. Somebody was telling me Bob Ross, I think that's his name, right? The guy used to do all the painting on PBS. He used to be a drill sergeant. Just get all his anger out when he was in the military and just wanted to paint happy trees after that point. So this is a happy arm here. Highlight here. This is the back of the arm. Highlight will be up on the front side. Maybe a little bit more on that side. I don't know. We're just going to fade it. A lot of highlight there. Another happy arm, because we like to have two happy arms. Wish the lighting's a little intense probably, because there's natural light coming. The sun's on that side of the building right now. So it's actually probably really bright to you guys, but hopefully you can get an idea what's going on here. And you see, like, when I'm turning it, the shine's not going away because I put the shine there. Alright, next piece is the top of the head. So this one's probably going to get a lot. Now, this has been very conservative on paint because remember I mixed it about 50% thinner. And all I'm doing is shading. I'm not trying to completely cover anything, so we haven't even barely touched that paint yet. Looking at the picture again. They have shadow up there. I'm not going to worry about that. So like the whole top. Maybe just like how they have it on that line back there. Try to keep it off of this edge here. Or at least have it fade out there. So it's going to fade out here. Be very intense across the top all the way up to the front. Very intense. So the highest point, so it's going to have the most shading. Or not shading, highlighting. So remember, this is like pre-shading, I'm pre-highlighting. And again, cool thing about using the airbrush, it didn't really penetrate all the way inside there, so I got some dark shadows in there, which is really cool. Alright, so look at that. I think you can probably see some of that. See that little line right there? Got some nice, and see how bright it is on the top. That's that sun cracking on that white. But you can see how it just dims out. Ah, happy with it. Happy, happy. Happy trees. Alright, some happy shoulders coming along, people. I'm hoping I got this right. I believe this is the top side of the shoulder. Be salty if I am wrong. Let's double check the directions, because it'd be real dumb to have the shadow in the wrong spot. Or the highlight in the wrong spot. So, let's see here. Yep, there's the top. So top side, highlight all this. Fronts of these, definitely not the bottoms of these. This is definitely going to shadow. So that has to stay unhit. And I just want to get most of this, and I can have some fade below. Stupid spit. Clean your tip. That's all you got to do. Just grab it by the tip and clean it. Catch on the top here. Heavy in here, right? Just laying it in. Across the shoulders again, the top of this part here again. The front of this without. Ah, nice hot. Ooh, that's coming out nice. So hopefully you can see naturally by the way the airbrush hit, which is almost the way the sun would be hitting, it protected all that and that. So there's really dark spots there now. Very bright up here. A little bit of fade down here. I think I want to bring out a little bit over here more. Top. Bring it across here. Right on the front side of that. Boom. That should be good. Go up here a little more. This is a very high point on the shoulder here. Make sure it's solid in there. This could be done with brush painting, but good luck. You gotta lay this really smooth, or your next layer is gonna be all jacked up. All right, again, make sure we know the top. Just hitting all from the top here. Here, get my stupid spits. Define my line a little bit here because I still want that to really shine out there. Come back, make sure I get the fronts of these things too. Hit this top again real hard, so it's really highlighted. Back in here, highlight it. Fade out, fade out. Beautiful. So happy. And again, you probably think that's just the sun hitting it. When I flip it over, you can see that's not the sun getting all that shine. The shine's down there that I put there. I just touched the freaking paint. But we're good. Alright, so this will be the upper part of the chest. So, real hard across here. All this is exposed to light. Fading out along here. So hard across here, fade to nothing, to gray. And it's going to be just a little bit of, I think I'll be done with my paint, and that was the last piece I needed to do, so that worked out perfect. I could have done like the thruster bells and stuff like that, but they're going to hit with like a dark black or gray. I don't think it's going to show that much. If I was doing just the German gray, yeah, it might show, but I don't think it's that necessary. Come back and dry brush it or do some post shading if I really find it necessary. Alright, so we're looking at this part right here. This here. So all that, like I said, is going to be light. I'm not sure if I want to line that. I'm going to hit this light across here and then stop it like they did under the armpit. So we're going to start from the top. Look at that. Ooh. Fade it. Fade it. Tense on that front. Now I'm throwing like a cream color on here, or off-white, so this should definitely show since the rest is gray and has to cover up gray. It's going to be interesting. We'll see. Make sure this is even. Yeah. See, shining. Shines either way. Alright, so that is all the pre-highlighting we had to do. Now we'll run some cleaner through the airbrush, get it nice and clean so we can start coming in with our colors finally. So let's pause this and I'll be back probably in like 10 minutes. Hopefully. Start dropping some colors. That'll be nice, right? Oh, sorry about that.